Hi, Pod family, and welcome back to Rags to Riches, the Refined Mind. I'm back with another uncharted episode where I delve into the depths of human experience and explore the unspoken aspects of our lives. I'm going to be doing a series of episodes around overcoming fear, where I'll be delving into the theme of fear, how to overcome, what techniques and actions to take to really face them heads on, and I'm going to give you as many tools as I possibly can. I just feel like it's something that we need to deal with. So join me as I uncover inspiring stories. Some you will see, especially if you are watching this via YouTube. I will sit down with guests who will share their experiences and how individuals have overcome and conquered their deepest anxieties and emerged stronger on the other side. But for today's episode, I want to share a story of an individual who overcame a fear that you might identify or potentially relate to. And as you're listening to this story, I want you to try and identify what technique this individual has used, and if you can also do the same. Okay, so are you ready? I want you to, do what you're doing, relax or go about your day, but really pay attention to this wonderful story. So once upon a time, in a small town nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a young girl named Lily. So we're going to give this individual a name called Lily. She was known for her bright smile and infectious laughter, but deep down she harbored a fear that cast a shadow over her joy. A fear of the dark. As the sun dipped below the horizon each evening, Lily's heart would race, and a shiver would run down her spine. The darkness seemed to hold unknown terrors, and she would often lie awake in bed, her imagination conjuring up all sorts of frightening creatures lurking in the shadows. Her parents did their best to reassure her, but the fear persisted, casting a cloud over what should have been peaceful nights. One day, Lily made a decision. She refused to let her fear control her any longer. She embarked on a journey to conquer her fear of the dark. She started by sitting in dimly lit lights, allowing her eyes to adjust to her mind to become accustomed to the lack of light. She surrounded herself with stories of bravery and courage, finding inspiration in the tales of heroes who faced their fears heads on. With each passing day, Lily found herself growing stronger. She began to see the darkness not as a place of fear, but as a canvas of her own bravery. She discovered that by confronting her fear, she could slowly chip away at its power over her. Then, one fateful night, the town was plunged into darkness by a sudden power outage. Instead of cowering in fear, Lily sprung into action. Armed with a flashlight, she guided her family through the darkened house with confidence and poise. Her parents looked on in amazement, marveling at the transformation of their once fearful daughter. From that night onward, Lily's fear of the dark began to fade. She had discovered that bravery wasn't the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. By facing her fear head on, she had emerged victorious, and the darkness held no power over her anymore. Lily's journey taught her that with courage and determination, even the most daunting fears could be overcome. Okay, so that is Lily's story. One of the things that stood out to me in this particular story is how Lily used the gradual exposure technique. And I think this is one that I don't know if a lot of people use this technique, because it takes a lot of bravery. So gradual exposure, it's a behavioral therapy technique that is used to help individuals overcome specific fears and anxieties. You don't get the opportunity to bury your head in the sand, shove things under the rug, hide your face under the pillow, run away from it, whatever it is that you would usually do in this case. You would actually face things head on. This approach involves starting with a situation that is mildly anxiety provoking and then gradually working up to more anxiety provoking situations as the person becomes more comfortable. So over time, this can help you reduce the fear response and increase confidence in handling the feared stimuli. So a lot of oftentimes it's used in treatment for phobias, PTSD, etc., and other anxiety orders. But I think it's a very powerful technique to use. And actually, I find that I consciously I kind of put myself in a position where I say, do you know what, I'm going to face this, and it's going to provoke so many emotions, and it takes a lot not to shut those emotions down, but to actually embrace every emotions that comes with whatever could get triggered. So again, it's gradual. Okay, this isn't you diving in and throwing yourself in the deep end. No, this is very much gradual. It's to help build your confidence. And I think what Lily did was amazing. You know, Lily put herself in a room where her mind can comprehend what was her reality, because sometimes we have a fear of the unknown. Being in the dark can make you feel like, well, I don't know what is going to be around me. I don't know what is next to me. I don't know what surrounds me when I'm in the dark. So I don't want to be in the dark. It's a fear of the unknown. But to put yourself, and you have to do it in a safe space. Okay? You have to do it in a safe space. You have to do it in an environment where even if it breaks you down, you are in a safe place. You're not going to be vulnerable in the arms or in the face of people who are going to dig the grave even deeper for you. So you need to be able to gradually face your fears in a safe environment, and this can really help you build confidence. And as you start to see that fear chip away, you can then ultimately start to reclaim control over your life. And that's what it's about. Fear is just an illusion. Fear is an illusion, and it takes away that control, and it starts to feed lies into you, and it starts to make you deceived into thinking that whatever the illusion that is presented to you is your reality, when in fact it's not. So you start to lose that power. But when you start to approach fear and actually set your face as flint in the face of fear, you ultimately start to reclaim control back over your life. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you are watching this on YouTube or listening to this on YouTube. Let me know in the comment section. Have you used any techniques over your fears? Have you recently overcome any fears? And if you can, also, I need to check this, if you can make comments, if you are listening to this on Apple Podcast or anywhere else, Spotify, Amazon Music. Let me know where you are listening from, and have you had to overcome any fears, and how did you overcome the fear, and what was the fear? If you are brave enough, or if you are open to tell us what the fear is. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll speak to you in my next episode.